Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is Wednesday, the 4th of August. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, positive start to the day. Gonna need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 38,554 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 39,444. Support from the broader market's going to be needed for Bitcoin to break back through to 39s. So buying an extended rally on, they expect that first major resistance level, yesterday's high at 39,781 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target the 38.2% fib at 41,592. Second major support level sits at 46,772. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 37,326 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid the second major support level, sitting at 36,436. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this early upside. On the EMAs, the 50 has narrowed in on the 200 and pulled back from the 100, but looks to be possibly flattening out. So look out for direction through the early part of the day. Any further narrowing would pressure Bitcoin. So key would be to move through the pivot at 38,554, back through to 39, spring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Moving across Ethereum against US dollar, it's been a mixed start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 2529 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2612. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 2600 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at yesterday's high goes at 2633 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we got the 38.2% fib at 2740. That would likely come into play. Second major resistance level sits at 2716. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level 2425 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 2350 levels and the second major support level at 2342. Looking at the MACD, slight widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. So that's provided some early support. On the EMAs, however, the 50 has narrowed on the 100. So look out for a further narrowing that would pressure Ethereum further. So key through the early part of the day, move through the pivot at 2529 and back through to 2600 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 139 to bring the first major resistance level at 143 into play. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break back through to 140. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 143.26 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we got the second major resistance level at 147. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 135 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should continue to avoid sub 130s. Second major support level at 132 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, mixed start to the day, widening of the bullish histograms this morning early on. That's coming off the back of this early move northwards, so keep an eye out for direction there. Key, however, is the 50 MA pulling back from the 100 after yesterday's bearish cross and narrowing on the 200, suggesting some further downside ahead. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 139, break through to 140s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ripple's XRP against US dollar, mixed start to the day. Gonna need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 7196 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 7381. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.73s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 7453 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target resistance at 0.78 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 7638. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 6940 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level at 6755. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, providing early support. So keep an eye out for direction there. More significantly, on the EMAs, the 50 has pulled back from the 100 and narrowed on the 200 after yesterday's bearish cross. That suggested some downside ahead. Any flattening, however, would support Ripple's XRP early on. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 7196, move back through to 0.73s to bring resistance levels into play.